The NOVUX SRC10 is a small inline splice patch closure designed primarily for drop repair applications. The closure will house and protect a single 12-fiber mass fusion heat shrink splice or up to 4 individual heat shrink splices. The closure will also accommodate a single SC adapter or a single duplex LC adapter. The closure will work in above ground, below ground, and direct buried applications. There is also a built-in feature that allows the closure to be wall or pole mounted. Mounting hardware is not included. The closure will accept both round and flat drop cable assemblies. Sizes range from 1 mm to 6.2 mm for round drops and 3x5 to 4x8 for flat drop cable assemblies. The closure features a QR code on the outside of the closure shell. Installation instructions, ordering information, and the brochure may all be accessed through scanning this QR code with a smartphone or tablet. The SRC10 consists of a closure shell and an internal organizer held in place by 2 small tabs. To release the organizer, press down on the 2 tabs inside the closure and remove. Prepare the cable according to the procedure outlined in Section 7 of the installation instructions. If a toning wire is present, split the wire outside the closure and make sure that no excess material from the toning wire is left on the cable jacket. Leave enough wire outside the closure to splice. If a rigid central strength member is present, cut it back to approximately 1 inch. To prevent damage due to strength member pistoning effects, the strength member should be installed as shown. There are 2 cable retention methods. One is a universal metal clip, which will work with both round and flat drop cables. The other cable retention method is applying silicone tape directly to the cable and securing with cable ties. The second method of cable retention is primarily for round drop cables with aramid yarn. To use the metal clip, first align the jacket near the ring cut with the ribs on the organizer. While holding the cable in place on the organizer, slide the metal clip onto the 2 tabs and then press on the clip in a downward direction toward the cable. Continue to push down on the metal clip until the 2 hooks on the organizer snap into the slots of the clip. If needed, the careful use of pliers is allowed to help close the clip properly. For the second retention method, apply silicone tape to the end of the cable according to the installation instructions shown. Install the cable ties in the slots on the organizer. Position the cable on the organizer with the jacket opening aligned with the organizer ribs. Guide the aramid yarn under the carrier as shown. Keep the cable in place and pull the aramid yarn backwards. Make sure the cable doesn't twist. Secure the first cable tie with the aramid yarn caught between cable and cable tie, but do not tighten yet. Bring the aramid yarn to the front. Secure the second cable tie with the aramid yarn caught between cable and cable tie. Make sure to put the aramid yarn under tension during this operation. Tighten both cable ties while ensuring the cable tie head is positioned on top of the cable as shown. Cut off the excess aramid yarn and excess cable tie material. Different splice holders may be factory installed or installed in the field. To install a splice holder, insert the holder into the dovetail area on the bottom side of the organizer and then slide from right to left until locked into place. To remove the splice holder, use the tip of a pen to unlock. Then slide the splice holder from left to right and remove. When managing fibers inside the closure, route fibers inside the organizer 1 complete loop before storing the protector sleeve in the splice holder. Ensure that all slack has been stored properly underneath the fingers on the organizer. For ribbon fibers, rotate the splice protector 360 degrees to the outside. This will allow 2 loops of ribbon fibers to naturally form and then be properly stored. The closure may be wall mounted or mounted on a pole using customer-provided hardware as shown. When closing the assembly, first snap the organizer into place inside the closure. Next, bring the two sides together and push on the middle section first until the snap hooks are joined together. Then work outward until the snap hooks are joined together on each end as well. Install and tighten the cable ties in the grooves on the neck of each end of the closure. If the drop cable has toning wires, use the Tel-Splice connector to splice the wires outside the closure.